The jungle is quiet, but not silent. Leaves rustle with the passing of a breeze, and the chorus of crickets hums beneath the darkness. Suddenly, a faint glow moves through the underbrush like a floating lantern. It is not fire. It is not a trick of the light. It is alive. A tiny creature with the body of a shrimp and the lantern of a deep-sea submarine drifts through the water. The camera zooms in, and we see it clearly for the first time. A species so strange, so otherworldly, you might believe it belongs to a science fiction film rather than Earth itself. Our planet is home to mysteries that most of us will never witness. For every lion in the savannah or whale in the ocean, there are creatures hidden in deserts, jungles, and beneath the waves that defy explanation. Some are beautiful, some are terrifying. All of them are real. But what if I told you that right now, in the deepest caves, the highest mountains, and the farthest reaches of the sea, there are animals so bizarre, so unexpected, that you may question how they exist at all? Welcome to 10 animals you didn't know exist. Ask yourself this: if evolution is nature's greatest storyteller, what chapters have you skipped? 1. The axolotl. We begin in the still waters of Mexico, where a creature looks like a cartoon character that escaped the screen. The axolotl is a salamander, but unlike its cousins, it never completes metamorphosis. Instead, it keeps its gills, its juvenile face, and its smile-like expression for its entire life. This animal is not just a curiosity, it is a biological marvel. Scientists are studying axolotls for their astonishing ability to regenerate lost limbs, even parts of their hearts and brains. Imagine a world where humans could do the same. This tiny walking fish might just hold the key. And yes, it always looks like it is smiling at you, which makes it both adorable and unsettling. 2. The pangolin. If a dragon and an anteater had a child, you would get the pangolin. Covered in armor-like scales made of keratin, the same material as human fingernails, this creature curls into a ball when threatened. Found across Asia and Africa, pangolins are nature's living tanks. But despite their defense, they are one of the most trafficked mammals on Earth. Their meat is considered a delicacy, and their scales are used in traditional medicine, a tragedy that has pushed them close to extinction. To watch a pangolin walk is both comical and elegant. It waddles on its hind legs, tail balancing its body like a prehistoric relic wandering into modern times. 3. The saiga antelope. Step into the dry grasslands of Central Asia, and you may come across an animal that looks like it walked straight out of a Star Wars film. The saiga antelope has a large, bulbous nose that droops over its mouth like a living air filter. This strange feature is not for show. It allows the saiga to filter out dust during the summer and warm the freezing air during the harsh winters of Kazakhstan and Mongolia. At first glance, its nose makes it look clumsy and almost comical, but it is an evolutionary masterpiece. Tragically, saiga populations have plummeted due to poaching and habitat loss. Making sightings of these creatures rare, they remind us that nature's oddest designs often have the most brilliant purposes. For the ii, now let us travel to Madagascar, an island known for animals found nowhere else on Earth. In the shadowy forests, you may meet the ii, a lemur that has long been misunderstood. It has large, glowing eyes, bat-like ears, and a thin, elongated middle finger that it uses like a tool. The ii taps on tree bark to listen for hollow spaces, then gnaws a hole with its rodent-like teeth and slides its long finger inside to extract insects. For centuries, locals feared the ii, believing it to be an omen of death. Some even killed it on sight. Yet in truth, it is simply one of the strangest and most resourceful primates alive. Watching one hunt is like watching an eerie Gothic puppet come to life, equal parts fascinating and unsettling. 5. The shoebill stork. In the wetlands of East Africa, a shadow rises above the reeds. It is not a dinosaur, but it looks like one. The shoebill stork stands nearly 5 feet tall with a massive bill shaped like a shoe, wide and powerful enough to crush prey in an instant. This bird hunts lungfish, baby crocodiles, and even turtles, standing motionless for hours like a statue until the perfect moment to strike. When it does move, the shoebill's wings stretch wide, and its prehistoric face comes alive with terrifying intensity. Yet, despite its frightening appearance, it is also strangely charismatic. Birdwatchers travel across the globe just for the chance to lock eyes with this modern-day pterodactyl. And let me tell you, those eyes are unforgettable. 6. The kakapo from the forests of New Zealand comes a creature so rare and unusual that it was once thought extinct. The kakapo is a large, flightless parrot covered in mossy green feathers that allow it to blend into its surroundings. Unlike most parrots, the kakapo is nocturnal and can live for more than 90 years, making it one of the longest-lived birds in the world. When threatened, it freezes, relying on camouflage instead of escape. Unfortunately, this defense made it easy prey for introduced predators like cats and stoats. By the 1990s, fewer than 50 kakapos remained. Thanks to intensive conservation efforts, their numbers are slowly recovering, and today the kakapo has become a global symbol of resilience. And here is a surprising fact. Male kakapos attract mates by creating deep, booming calls that echo through valleys at night, like bass speakers hidden in the forest. If parrots could DJ, the kakapo would headline the show. 7. The glass frog. In the rainforests of Central and South America, there lives a frog that seems almost invisible. The glass frog has translucent skin on its underside, making its organs visible to the naked eye. You can literally see its beating heart. Scientists believe this transparency may help it avoid predators by blending into leaves and moonlight. For the casual observer, it feels like peering into a living science experiment. Holding one in your hand is like holding a delicate piece of living glass, fragile yet alive. And in a world obsessed with transparency in politics and business, perhaps nature beat us to the idea millions of years ago. 8. The Dumbo octopus dive into the deep ocean, thousands of feet below the surface, and you may encounter a creature that looks both alien and oddly familiar. The Dumbo octopus has ear-like fins that resemble the famous Disney elephant, giving it a cartoonish charm. Unlike many deep-sea animals, it does not have a terrifying appearance. Instead, it glides through the water with quiet grace, almost like it is dancing. What makes the Dumbo octopus remarkable is not just its looks, but where it lives. These animals thrive at depths where pressure could crush a submarine, yet they drift through the darkness with effortless calm. It is a reminder that beauty exists even in the most hostile corners of our planet. 9. The OM in the hidden caves of Eastern Europe lives a creature that has barely changed for millions of years. The OM is a pale, blind salamander that can live for up to 100 years. It spends its entire life in darkness, navigating by smell and sensitivity to vibrations. Its skin has no pigment, making it ghostly white, and its body can survive months without food. In fact, scientists once observed an OM survive for over 10 years without eating. It is a master of patience and adaptation, a creature that seems frozen in evolutionary time. If you ever wondered what kind of animal might survive the collapse of civilization, the OM would be on the short list. 10. The pink fairy armadillo. Our journey ends in Argentina, where one of the smallest and strangest mammals digs through the sandy soil. The pink fairy armadillo looks like something out of a dream. It is only a few inches long, with a soft pink shell and silky white fur. Unlike its larger relatives, this armadillo spends most of its life underground, swimming through dirt with ease. Because it is so rarely seen, little is known about its habits. Some scientists have spent their entire careers trying to study it, only to encounter it a handful of times. It is shy, elusive, and almost mythical. And yet, it exists. Proof that even in the modern world, nature still keeps its secrets. From the smiling axolotl to the ghostly OM, from the armored pangolin to the almost invisible glass frog. These 10 animals remind us that Earth is far stranger and more extraordinary than we give it credit for. We share this planet with creatures that look like they belong in fantasy novels or alien worlds, yet they live among us right now. As humans push further into nature, the risk of losing these marvels grows greater. Each of these animals is not just a curiosity, but a vital chapter in the story of life on Earth. Their survival is tied to ours, and their uniqueness reminds us that diversity is not a luxury, it is the essence of life itself. So the next time you think you have seen it all, remember, somewhere out there, hidden in a cave, a jungle, or beneath the sea, an animal you never imagined is waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, give this video a like, subscribe for more documentaries, and check out the next video on your screen to keep exploring the wonders of our world.